Good morning, folks. So it's roughly about 6:30, and I've been outside for the last couple hours just getting a few things done. And I kind of realized, I've been slacking on video updates and everything. And the main reason on that is just because of during the wintertime, I'm not doing anything interesting. I'm maintaining the land and getting more digging and stuff done. But since the last time we spoke, you could see that I've done quite a bit around here to improve on the Homestead project. So you can see the dog kennel that I put in right here is gone. I had to rebuild and locate it because our pups were they didn't have enough space. And we were gone from the house far too often during the day at work, where I felt really bad keeping them in such a small confinement. So I went ahead and I built them a new house and new run, basically. The original chain link fence that you see right there, that was one of those pre-bought store kennels, and it was a 10 by 10. And incorporating that into a pallet fence design that I put together, now they have a 25 by 50 foot run, and they're definitely far happier these days. During the wintertime, it's getting colder, so I have a little box right there that I have a little heater that keeps them warm at night. And then also I've got some hay in there so they have a nice clean and warm bedding. Hey girls, what's up? You just got out and had a run, so I'm gonna go for a walk and talk to myself. So I did relocate the chicken coop. We used to have it right there. But because of the formation of the ground, you can see how the ground swoops down in here. When the rainy season first started hitting, the poor chickens were completely saturated in water. So I ended up having to move the system. I did it on my own. Came up with a pretty cool little method. I detached the coop house, wheeled it over here on a dolly, and then I put my dolly under the door right there and strapped it to the bottom of the run. And then over here on the other side, I put a 12-foot board under it and just picked it up and moved it like a giant wheelbarrow. So got that relocated, put a little shack right here to keep their hay and feed and all that nice and dry during those rainy sessions we get out here. The garden area is coming together quite nice. This is what's been taking the bulk of my time in doing things. So you guys know this entire stretch of this area was completely saturated in trees and bushes and everything like that. Well, cutting down the trees, ripping out the stumps, that was a lot of work and it was a lot of time. So I essentially got all that taken care of, and you can see the beginning portions of the first concept of this garden. Now, everything that I'm doing is on the tightest budget possible. So I'm using reclaimed everything to do these things. So like all these boards, all these 2x6s, these are all reclaimed lumber from various jobs and opportunities. The boxes that you see right there that I'm building, those are all from the previous garden setup at our last location. And then you'll start seeing that I'm building fresh new ones. And the way it's going to work is these are incorporated into the fence, and it's going to go all the way down to right there. You see that there's a nice large size one. That's the potato box. So the potato bed box is outside of this raised garden area, and then it's going to go into direct sow ground, corn and bush growing melons and stuff like that. And then it's also going to wrap back around and come all the way up on this side where the drive line is. So this way, this is going to be an entirely enclosed fence system, because out here we do have wild turkeys, rabbits, skunks, deer. We've had a couple bear sightings out here. So I'm just trying to prevent the garden from being destroyed by little peckers. Right here, as you guys can see, I built my greenhouse. I built this roughly about a month or so ago. And this is another completely built from reclaimed items. The only thing in this that I bought factory new is going to be the plastic and some of the 2-inch roofing nails I use for all the trimming and everything. And as you can see, I've definitely got some good little growers going right now. So we are still in pretty cold temperatures at night. So I got a little heater here, but it's not sufficient for keeping the germination of the more heat needed plants. So like the peppers and some of the berries, those are not sprouting just yet. I might have to redo them again, but as you can see, we got quite a bit of some. So like the zucchinis and the pumpkins, the cauliflower, we've got like the green onions, a variety of tomatoes, corn, beans, the usual. These ones down here are my favorite because these are the first time I'm trying bonsai dwarf style fruit trees. So this is an experiment because our climate here in Oregon is very finicky when it comes to like fruit trees and everything. So starting these off, trying out something completely new. So we've got some apple, cherry, lemon, orange, and some extras. And as I acquire more pots and everything, I'm going to be doing more. So I mean, these are definitely going to be a very exciting project for me to do because having a fruit orchard is going to be so cool to have. So that's basically what I've been doing. I've been getting a lot of hard work done. You know, I do have full-time job that I'm out in town for 12 hours a day, between work, commute, everything like that. And then I come home, and if the weather is halfway decent, I'm out here just shoveling and going. I hope you guys are doing very well. It's definitely getting hairy and weird in the world. So I hope you guys are doing well and doing something to help keep your mind focused and not dwelling on the chaos of this world. I know that there's a lot of very interesting conversations going on right now. At the time of this video, this is the day before this solar eclipse. And of course, we've had earthquakes in New York and New Jersey. We've had very interesting conversations lately. And just keep yourselves in a level mind and understand that what you hear may not always be true, and don't let yourself get carried away, but definitely take heed and warning in signs that may startle you. Don't ever be oblivious to something just because you don't want to agree with its concept. If you are afraid of something, do whatever is necessary for yourself to give yourself a little bit of ease of comfort. If that means you're afraid of the economy, shorten up on your budget. Try to keep a little bit more in reserve. If you're afraid of the supply chain, then make a garden. If you're afraid of space aliens coming down, invading and butt probing you, then maybe you should get a chastity belt. What I'm saying is if you're afraid of something and you're not actively trying to better your situation from that, then you're doing yourself a very big disservice. Challenge yourself and get yourself into something to where you can harness your energy and focus your attention and not let this crazy world get to you. I love you guys. God bless you. You have a good day.